human beings in general. Welcome back to the camper car this morning. A couple little hiccups today, but we're on our way. We're going to take some time. I promised I'd be back and we'd wrap up our conversation. Um, and I'm a man of my word. That's part of being me, is sticking to what I say to the best of my ability here in any given moment. Be you. Be appreciative and respectful and loving, if that's who you are. If you're angry and hurt and broken, evaluate that. I'm sure that's not a place you cherish being. And if you do, my heart's with you, my friends. It's a, it's a hard thing to break ourselves to the norm and to find validation inside of ourselves through love and appreciation. Crank, you are always you, and I appreciate that. And I'm doing my best to be me in every given moment. I appreciate you, my brother, accepting me for who I am at any given moment, despite how I might feel. Some days I feel like I could take on the world, and that human being is absolutely amazing. And other days I feel like I'm dragging ass and I'm pushing forward towards something I'm not sure of, and that human being is amazing and amazing as well, and we must give thanks for that. Why are we in Europe? It seems like the place to be. Jay Phillips Scott in chat. What's good, brother? Jay Phillips. The world is good today, brother. We're pushing forward without expectations and evaluating what it is we want to be, what it is we want to spread into this world. You get to make that decision in every given moment, and so do I. And that's a reminder I need today, because I want to continue to express appreciation and love. And then some days it's a struggle. Some days it's easy. How are you doing today, Jay Phillips? Are you having an easy day being you? Or are we struggling with the abyss today? Which it happens, right? It happens. We are all human in every given way. And I do not underestimate anybody's ability to experience the full spectrum of life. I suggest you do the same, my friends. And we're in Europe now, I guess, as far as I'm concerned. But I appreciate having everybody in today. I hope you're being you. I hope you have a good cup of coffee and you're starting your day off well with some positive manifestations and some love and compassion in your heart, even though that some days these things can be an absolute struggle. To find compassion and love through this darkness that we're given can be a struggle, without a doubt. Peace. It's spread love and positivity. Yeah, we appreciate you acknowledging my efforts here, my brother, and we appreciate you coming in on a daily basis and being a part of this turtle herd, as you so graciously named us. Our fellow travelers out there who decide to subscribe to the channel, doing the next right thing to the best of their ability. Learning and growing on a daily basis so that we can become more than we were yesterday, or at least 1% closer to that human being that we strive to be. And it's out there, it's out there. We might not always feel like we're on the right path. I definitely struggle with that from time to time. But don't be Scott Jackson. Be you. Be the wonderful, gracious human being that you are. Enjoy the coffee that you enjoy and the way that you enjoy it. Odie Egg, I am a massive black man with average endowments. Any advice? I don't understand what that means. Be you. Appreciate those endowments in what you have, my brother, because you're not rocking a tic tac. That's awesome, and if you are, that's still you. There's some kind of lesson in whatever trials and tribulations were put here in this world, this physical being that we must overcome to become something more. Especially these things we have no control over. That's what I don't mean by being. That's what I don't mean this physical being and what you are, be you. This spiritual entity of either kindness and pain, or discontent and anger. Do you want to be that human being? You get to make that decision of the ripples that you spread into this world through whatever pebbles you decide to throw into this ocean of life. Do you want to emulate? Are you going to look back at your life and think that you wanted to spread a little bit more pain and anger, a little bit more frustration in my life would have been perfect? Or are you going to look back and and think, God, I was lucky enough to understand that I didn't deserve these boulders of pain that I was being handled? And big up Scott. What's up, Paul K? It's good to see you back again, my friend. I'm glad I could make it back this morning. We're still kind of in limbo about what we're doing. The question mark is still in the air, if this opportunity will come through or not, but we're prepped and ready, despite how some days the weight of the world feels heavier than others. You know, and in whatever, in any given moment, be you, Paul. Be you. Be that gracious, kind, loving human being that in the end you'll look back and be happy to say you were. Yeah, it's hard to evaluate that. We can't always be gracious, kind, and loving. I understand that. Um, we're not talking about black, white, any colored skin or socks that you have. I don't know what we're getting into. Crank is indulging a conversation that I'm not too happy with because it doesn't matter. Crank, what are you doing? I know you're a jokeful, loving human being and you're trying to be you. But Irish too. I'm not sure. I'm a mutt, my friend. House from Ireland. We appreciate you. Um, I do enjoy wearing the hat as a tribute to my brother. This was one of my brother's hats, and believe it or not, he looked a hell of a lot better in it than me. Uh, Hello, Richard Hamilton from Top Gear. Well, hello there, Richard Hamilton from Top Gear. Is that me? Oh, okay, then. I'll take it. Whatever you have, whatever you got, it's all right with me, my friends. We're going to move forward today with gracious love and appreciation in our heart because that's the man I want to see when I look back. Despite the anger, despite the frustration, despite the cloudy days, I want to look back and know that I did the best I could to spread appreciation, love, and hope because that's something that's been far away from my personal being at certain points in my life. And whatever I can do to help my brothers and sisters out there in YouTube land find that sense of peace and center. Yeah, be loving and generous, Odo Egg. Real British there. Is it real British here? We appreciate you very much. If anybody's going through any struggles out there, feel free to express. We're here to rejoice in life, the good, the bad, the indifferent, and the struggles that brought us here, my friends. Manchester. We appreciate that, Paul. Well, hello there. I I cannot MB. We're gonna call you, brother. Hi there. How you doing, MB? Do I ever get rage stricken? Yes, I have been rage stricken a handful of times in my life, more so in my younger years, before I learned the capacity to define this moment for myself and what I want to be in any given moment. I've felt rage without bounds, my friend, and it's not a place I wish to be. I am from Syracuse, New York. And you have murder on your mind. Okay, well, then that's something maybe you want to digest, my friend. Find a sense of peace and center in yourself. Whoever hurt you to the point where you feel like you want to hurt somebody else, an eye for an eye leaves the world blind, and that I believe that most of the time. There are some situations we get put in. I believe that we must be the righteous hand of a God of your understanding to move forward, and to be a good man doesn't mean to stand idly by when tyranny unfolds. And that's a hard thing. It's a hard thing to come to terms with what we got to come to terms with. New York, gross place to live. Well, it's home at the moment. It's what I've known, and I was lucky enough to spend quite a bit of time as a younger man on the Onondaga Nation. I live in Kirkville, New York, which is kind of out in the cuts. We got cow fields and hiking, my good sir. Not New York City. Thank you so much, James. We take all forms here. I am 40 years young, as the pappy would say. Still a pup in certain ways, but an old dog in many, I suppose. I guess it all depends on your perception and where you're at, my friends. If you want to feel free to play the game we've developed here together, feel free. Taking our time, slow and steady today. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, and get yourself a roll. Roll the dice today in a passionate and appreciative way, in a way that could help you change everything in any given moment by taking the chance and taking the leap and knowing that sometimes it won't work out. Today didn't work out exactly how we had planned, and but I promised I'd be back to chat with you guys a little bit, so I'm here. From Brooklyn, huh? You sound like I'm from Brooklyn. Well, not necessarily, brother. I don't think I've ever been to Brooklyn. Been to New York City a couple times. Pretty interesting place. I hope all my friends in the Scott told me don't troll the trolls. Yeah, I don't know, man. I troll the trolls pretty hard. There's the thing. We need to acknowledge our trolls out there and why they're in pain. So much pain that they come in and try to express it to us. You know, find the core of whatever the struggle is and push forward through it. And sometimes that can be a little easier than others. Most times it's not. It's Scott's show. It's our show, James. I appreciate having you here. Wrong side of what, Crank? Wrong side of the bed this morning, possibly. The wrong mindset, it all depends on who you're looking at, who you're talking to. You know, today I am not the man I was yesterday, nor am I the man that I will be tomorrow, but I'm accepting and appreciative because I keep moving forward, doing the next right thing to the best of my ability. And despite all Crank's BS, he's out there striving to be a better human being as well. Yeah, that's something to be commended. Embrace the struggle of life. Embrace who you are and what you bring to the table. That loving, compassionate, caring human being that's in there. That child that aches to be released through all the pain that we hide from because of our traumas. We segregate ourselves from the world and allow this thing to destroy us in a way that's me blue. You are blue. What is your smoking on that? This is it'd be a cigarette there, brother. Something that I'm struggling. One of the things that I'm struggling against in life, and but I'm going to move forward and accept who I am in any given moment. Where are you doing? I have no clue what I'm doing, brother. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. Today's one of those days where I'm absolutely not sure, and that's all right. I do know that there is an end game in sight, Sally's house, to do the next right thing, to grow this concept of the next right thing, to do the best we can do in any given moment, despite how we might feel emotionally or physically. Awesome, brother. Well, you don't have to feel grief, Crank, for not helping. Just move forward and be as helpful and as appreciative as you can be. Be you in any given moment. Your jackassery is appreciated in a lot of ways, my friend. And I hope that in those moments where I feel that jackassery, it's appreciated as well. Evan Black, we appreciate you, brother. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope your day is going well. We're reflecting on being ourselves in any given moment. Not allowing people to put labels on us and what we should be, because that's something I struggle with. I do fluctuate in my emotional states as a human being, and people expect me to be something that I can't be all the time. I'm me in any given moment, and that's enough, and I implore you to be the same. We got a brother in here, more. It seems like a hell lot going on, brother. It's hard for me to respond when you're yelling in my face with all those caps. But we appreciate a God of your understanding, my friend. The game is not over. Alcoholism is my problem. Cannabis gives me psychosis. I've not smoked for 11 years. Well, good for you, brother. And nowadays with the research on cannabis, I implore you to do a little bit of research on what cannabis you may help you. Because yes, there are certain cannabises that put me in psychosis, that put me into fear, that make me feel anxious and dredge up this feeling of anxiety and pain. But for me, a nice sativa, something that gives low THC, high CBD, maybe some CBG in there, which is good for energy. It gives me a sense of euphoria to push through the ADHD and the monotony of the day. I'd like to thank you very much for your beautiful words yesterday. They touched me a lot. Thank you very much. Evan Black, I appreciate you being here again today, and I appreciate you yesterday. Whatever those words were, it hasn't been the standard in a few days because we've been pushing forward, doing the best we can, but I'm glad that I can make a difference in your day, Evan Black. And you being here makes a difference in my day, makes a difference in our turtle herd and how they move forward. Respect, brother. Respect right back to you. Become part of the crew. Double tap that screen in a passionate way if you feel so fit. If not, no expectations today. No expectations for you, for me, for the world. Despite what we'd want it to be, despite the fact that I'd love to be headed somewhere to put us closer to the end game of doing the next right thing. Thank you, Scott W. I appreciate you putting it in today. You're a true inspiration for the scenario that you're in, moving forward compassionately and with appreciation and love in your heart, despite your scenario, my friend. That's awesome, Paul. I appreciate you. I'm going to roll the dice for you there, Paul, if I could find them. There's a niner, and there's a 7. We get you another one there, Paul. And then there's the deuce, deuce of the deuce, deuce, Paul. We're going to put you into the book of champions, and we'll get you on the outside of champions once we figure out how in the world we're going to get a place with signal where we could do another tribute video. Paul K. Paul K. Our good brother Paul K. Taking the leap today to do the best he can to do the next right thing. Taking a chance and rolling the dice. By liking, sharing, subscribing. Give us a quote that'll help motivate us and our brothers and sisters so we can move forward. Take that leap today of faith in yourself to move forward and decide it's going to be a positive day despite the struggle, despite the anxiety, despite the depression that we all find ourselves in. Push forward and feel it. Feel it to the depths that you need to feel it so you can move forward and become something more. Believe me, it's a hard place to find our way out of, and some days are easier than others. But as a group with open and loving communication, I believe that we can strive to conquer these things. Crazy, the older I get, the more I realize how this adulting thing is just an act. Everyone's trying to look more put together than the next guy. We're all messed up trying to keep it together. 360, I appreciate that. I don't know who the hell decided I was an adult, but they're fucking wrong. Toys R Us kid, maybe a little bit of Peter Pan complex. But as an adult, holding on to that childlike nature can be a struggle. Holding on to that ambition and compassion in life can be a struggle, the more pain that we see. And, I believe that there is a way out of that pain. That's a struggle, James. Not sure what card to take, brother. I wish we could help you out. You are the best YouTuber. I appreciate that very much. I don't know if the numbers really support that today. And I apologize not for reading everybody's. No work truck, S360. Me neither. But I got this Dodge Avenger. It's a camper car that is now a construction vehicle since I ripped the back seats out and took the foam mattress out that was the back seats. We do what we can with what we got, my brother. Okay, if you ever take a step forward, you will always be stuck in the same place. If you never take a step forward, we must move forward, despite how we feel sometimes. And sometimes we need to just lounge in it and recuperate. I think that the slow nature of today is a reminder for me of that. Paul, Pain, seek. If you seek growth, pain will be put in front of you, Paul. I'm not sure if we should seek pain, but it'll be provided for you with the lessons you need to learn. It will be provided. Believe that. And when it is, be appreciative. Because we can pray for strength, but it's going to take trials and tribulations. It's all right, brother. I'm not concerned about it. Everybody's here who needs to be here in this exact moment. Accepting what this moment is for what it is a beautiful thing. Accepting myself for who I am in this moment is something that has taken me a long time to come to terms with, and that's all right. It's okay. Slow and steady, nice and easy. Nobody moves. Nobody gets hurt. And in certain days, ready for it, ready to tackle the world. In other days, just not sure. Today's one of those days, a little heavy, a little bit slowed down, a little bit, but we're reflecting on compassion, love, and appreciation is going to get us there. Reflecting on the man I want to be, so when I look back at this moment, in the end, when this world fades, I can have true appreciation for everything I've done and said. That's fine, James. That's fire, James. I have a MX2, absolutely fun car. A Nissan. Okay, 2020 RF Club. Awesome, James. Take that one. I have an 01 Dodge Avenger that is now a camper car. At the moment, it's a construction vehicle. These things we own don't completely define us. I know that we struggle for these things because we think they add value into our life. So I've realized that these things aren't the true value of what we bring into the world. Your true value is the love and respect that you bring into this world for yourself. Dunkin' Donuts does need a sponsor. I might have to quit smoking first. I'm working on it. Scott W. Yeah, your awesome vehicle, your awesome self, your awesome you today. Sometimes our potential is only what it is in this moment, I guess, is kind of what I'm reflecting. I'm trying to figure this out today. I'm trying to mull through it. I'm not as certain as I usually am about most topics. I'm not as certain as I am about most things I usually am today. And that's okay. We don't need to be certain. We need to just keep moving forward and doing the next right thing to the best of our ability. I had a Honda Civic. I burned it out, driving in rage. Ooh, well, that's a terrible story. And I hope awesome. Scott W., I'm super proud of you. Give me the motivation to find it within myself to do what's best for me. Don't his son do videos, Duncan? I'm not sure. Hey, bro, Panic Cake. It's good to have you in today, my brother. It's good to see you here and have you with us with all appreciation in my heart. Thank you for joining us today. I wasn't really feeling this second round. I wasn't really feeling the first round of conversations today. But that doesn't make a difference. I promised I'd be here and I'd be back to chat with you guys a little bit. Yeah, that's a huge thing. And I've tried the vapes and, it seems to work well until the weather gets cold. And then I get some issues with those as well. And there's some issues with these, and I'll be open and honest about my struggle. The dice are right here. Feel free to take a chance. Roll the dice today. Change your life in any given moment by taking advantage of the opportunity that might not work out. We went and did some running around today. Did it work out? Are we on our way to Rochester to crank out 2 places by ourselves and jump this giant mountain that would have been a pain in the ass? No. But we are doing the next right thing to the best of our ability, knowing that it'll come in its own time. Oh, there we go. Sorry, Pancake. I see you, brother. I see you now. Slow and steady, nice and easy. 7 and 8. Let's see if we can't get another one. There's a 3. We're going to give you one more, good sir. There's another 7. Another 7 and a 5. Absolutely nada. Give us a quote. Send some love, appreciation, respect. Through this game we've developed that signifies us taking the chance in life, taking the leap to become something more despite the struggle we may find ourselves in any given moment. Some days are green lights and rose petals, and other days are huffing through the mud with hopes and expectation, or hopes and lack of expectations that we will find a way out of the abyss. And I'm kind of there today. Not necessarily broken or take care of brother and sisters. I need to go. Thank you, Paul, for coming in and enjoying some time with us today. Yes, take care of myself. Take care of yourself. Define who you want to be in this world through your actions, reflecting love and appreciation if that's who you want to be. If you're determined to spread anger and fear, I implore you to look deeply and find out what pain is causing you to spread this pain. From Vegas, awesome Dilly stuff. Well, awesome, Dilly. Zachary, real shit. It's always the realest of all shits here. And some days are lighthearted and inspirational and full of energy. And some days are this feeling of broken expectations and trudging through the mud. But we have to trudge through that to get to where we're supposed to be. If you find yourself trudging today and pushing forward, know that you're not alone. Know that your brothers and sisters out there are feeling it as well, and that we all have the capacity to experience the full spectrum of life in a grand and dark way. We don't carry this burden of pain alone. Trust me on that. Pain is something that we're all capable of feeling. The struggle is real for all of us in any given moment. And I strive to build this community of respect and appreciation where we can come together and, spread light, spread love, spread appreciation for this moment that will surely pass. Evan Black, we love having you around, my friend. The shorts are about, sharing the journey, and these lives are about being open and honest and sharing myself and the tools that I've picked up along the way to find compassion for myself in every moment so that I can spread that compassion to the world in a beautiful and graceful way. We appreciate that. The therapy is free. Gas does cost, but we ask for nothing. If you feel like you want to be part of the next right thing, just being here chatting with us is being part of the next right thing. Hitting that like button, knowing that your fingers won't fall off despite the fear that might come along with taking that leap and doing something different. And the number one question goes to, where are you from? Where did you grow up, Scott? Oh, well, what a question, right? At the moment, I feel like I'm from the world. I'm trying to find my home, per se, even though I have a physical home that I've been striving to build. A chunky little bunny who takes care of the roost when I'm not around, and loving compassion in my heart. I grew up in the inner city as a small child. My mother, despite her pain and struggles, strived and got us out into Bridgeport, New York. It did not take the pain out of our lives, but we moved forward. And the struggle of true connection was something that I longed for as a younger man, and Creator gave me 2 brothers that took me home and gave me a father on the Onondaga Nation. And that's where I spent most of my younger years, there with this great man and these great human beings who helped define me, helped me to figure out who I was and what I wanted to bring into the world. Find musical medicine in your life, very much so. Find compassion and appreciation for yourself. Spending those years with these amazing human beings helped me define what family is. Helped me define what I wanted to be and who I am. Thank you, Evan Black. Not 100% sure, but pretty sure it was my brother's. I found it recently, and I thought I had lost it. An amazing reminder of an amazing human being who took me in and allowed me to be whatever I needed to be. Stick around for a while there, Pluto. Help me figure it out. Yes, you are right. Smoking is horrible for me, and not something I recommend to anybody. It was a tool that I was given as a younger man, mostly because the people around me had a lack of tools. We know how to handle these things. We just move forward and do this thing and destroy ourselves. Addiction right now. Hopefully, Ryan James is struggling with addiction right now. Hopefully, I make it the duration and leap back on the sober train for at least one time. I don't know exactly what you're struggling with there, Ryan, but there's a lot of people, even here that we speak with, that struggle with this same thing. I've struggled with, numbing myself with these things I thought were medicine because everybody around me was taking this medicine and I had no other tools. I understand that struggle completely, Ryan, and I appreciate you admitting that you're struggling with your addiction. Whatever your addiction may be, it's something you have to face head on, and there's most likely a group out there that can help you face this struggle, my friend. Meet alien cars, castaway, stop smoking. Yep, we appreciate you, ASAP. We appreciate your point of view, my friend. He's a painter, and he does other great things. Well, I appreciate that. I am quite a painter, and I strive to do the next right thing in any given moment. That's who I am. And the next right thing is evolving in front of us on a daily basis. The next right thing, is hard to define in most moments. And that's okay. I'm good at dancing, he says. Well, I appreciate being your big brother. I appreciate this small little group that we have today where we can communicate and express ourselves. I appreciate the large days where I can be heard in a grand way. We have to appreciate all these moments that help define who we are. And I'm thankful to be here with you this morning, Rose. Thank you. How are you? Feeling a little somber, a little humble today. We started off the day with some expectations that didn't play out, and that's all right. We're going to get to where we need to be. I am going to push forward and do the next right thing in any given moment with love and appreciation in my heart, despite the fact that I can't be this energetic jester that draws in the numbers. Some days we just got to be ourselves, and we got to be okay with who that is. And it's going to be okay. Today I strive to be a simple, compassionate human being. That's all. To take Leon Shenandoah's advice and to walk softly on Mother Earth and to give thanks for the directions and the air and the earth beneath our feet. I strive to acknowledge that I'm given everything I need despite what I feel like I should have. And that doesn't mean these financial things, this monetary thing. This means striving to be a better human being on a daily basis. I've had the opportunity to make all the money in the world, and it meant nothing to me. I want to strive to be the man that my father knew that I could be. Of course you can, Evan Black. We're open to a God of your understanding, and we appreciate your avenue of love and appreciation. That's how I've learned what I've learned about these other religions. It's how I learned about the traditional teachings. It's how I've gained strength through different interpretations. It's amazing to see you. As long as there's one other person listening, your message matters. Thank you, Ryan. And as long as I'm listening, I could be that one human being. Your message matters as well. What you're trying to reflect into this world matters if you listen to your heart. I'm a firm believer in that. In any given moment. Yeah, and we don't push any kind of organized religion on anybody, but we're open. We're open to hear what Evan Black has to say about a God of his understanding. It takes all points of views, as far as I'm concerned, to get a clear view of what's going on here. And I hope that whatever your spiritual path is, they have these fundamental truths among them all of compassion, love, and appreciation. walking softly and caring for yourself, your family, your community. All these things echo through the responsibility that comes with the dominion over this world. The responsibility to take care of Mother Earth is written in all these religions. We talk about what brings us together here. We don't focus on what separates us. And most days, there's a little bit more energetic and vigor to the conversation. And I'm not going to apologize for who I am. The reason my father kicked me out of the house was because I left Islam and converted to Christianity. Well, I'm sorry that your father couldn't accept your connection with Creator, and we appreciate it. I've got some friends that indulge in that. Messenger Chris and Messenger Laura are two amazing human beings that have graced my life, and they have that connection. And they've strived to help me have that connection. But for whatever reason, that connection never came to me the way that it's come to a lot of people. And I believe now in this moment that it's because the lost and broken and weak, these human beings that JC himself would take in, understand this feeling that I understand. And that's how we connect. I couldn't connect with all my brothers and sisters if I decided to, I felt that Christ was the truth, and I was very about and it's skeptical. I haven't dug too much into the Islamic religion, Christianity more so because I have a friend who exposes me to it, but I truly do believe through this great man's understanding, Hawanase's understanding, that we discuss what brings us together. We discuss the beauty in the world, the instructions that the peacemaker brought to the Onondagas, the instructions that JC brought, to his followers. And those instructions ring true. These universal truths is what binds us. There's nowhere in there that's in any of these religions that says judge anybody. He with no sin cast the first stone. We're all sinners. We're all in this world, bounded by this physical being that distorts us from being this idealistic thing. But that's part of the test. That is the test. Well, you got to find that, I believe, inside yourself. No man in this world, I believe, can condemn nor save your soul. I believe that's up to you, my friend, and your actions in this world. If you are moving forward with a soft and gentle heart, walking softly, doing your best, I believe that's what matters. May I be wrong? I may be, but I will keep expressing this point of view because love and compassion has brought me to a place where I don't have to feel like I'm on the outside looking in anymore because certain things didn't work for me, because I tried so hard to be part of something and the beatings didn't stop, and the pain didn't stop, and the abuse didn't stop. And and James saw Conan the Barbarian, and it changed his life, and we appreciate that. Whatever it is that changes your perception, whatever it is that gives you a connection that allows you to be a good human being, that's what we respect. That's what I respect, and I know that my turtle herd here respects that as well, being kind and loving and appreciative. Thank you, Evan Black, for expressing who you are with appreciation and dignity in your heart. I implore you to accept all your brothers and sisters and their points of view to the best of your ability without condemning them, because that's the thing. We know something. I know what medicine works for me emotionally, so I have to push it on everybody. Well, that emotional medicine doesn't necessarily work for another human being. I think the same thing with spirituality and religion is true. I've met amazing human beings in all religions and all factors of life that let's scroll down here, that express this same connection and this vigor. And through Messenger Chris and our conversations, I understand how vigorous and connected another human being can be, despite me not understanding that connection. So I implore you to dig deep into whatever your connection is, but also be open to your brothers and sisters. May all be happy. You are in mine. Joy, grief, they are all will pass. There's a pass, and soon we appreciate Soko Ro SR. We appreciate you, Sam. Even the things happened to me. I left Christianity and resolved to Islam. So we have the other end of the spectrum, right? Christianity didn't work for Sam, so we went to Islam. Our other brother there, black, it worked the other way around, and that's how he found his connection. I appreciate both of those. And I respect you, James, for being the human being you are and whatever your connection is. And, for you being a true friend here and a compassionate human being is what matters in any given moment. What time is it? Damn, he has some good wisdom. Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate you appreciating it. Feel free to share, triple tap that screen, become part of the turtle herd by hitting that little red button up there. And, Misled Utopia liked, of course he did. And then if you want to roll the dice, we're not pushing it today. It's slow and steady. But all you got to do is do one of the things and say it in the comments. We'll roll the dice. If you hit what needs to be hit, you'll either be able to nominate a winner who will go on the outside of the Galactic Avenger. And here's the honest opinion. We got all these winners here. We might just wait a little while till we get the Galactic School Bus. I'm not sure. Zachariah liked as well. We've got an 8 and a 6. I believe it was nothing for our first friend up here who liked Misled Utopia, our brother in arms. And Zachariah liked. So let's get him a roll. 4 for Zachariah. Thank you guys for rolling the dice today, for getting up and being adamant about doing the next right thing for yourself, which means taking the chance, because you'll never win. 10 no's and a yes is still yes. And that came from a jackassery, shenanigans-filled human being who I have compassion and love for, who was a brother in a past life. But he was right. He was right about taking that chance. 9:27 here in St. Louis, so it's got to be about 10:30 here. I got what time is it in Philippines? He doesn't know what time. You don't know what time it is for your girlfriends, James. That's a tragedy. I would say to all us and ask the Creator for guidance with an open heart, and He will hide you. He will find you. Yes, with an open, I think you meant find, Rose, but yes, you open your heart in a beautiful, gracious way, in whatever way a God of your understanding touches your life. Be appreciative for that, and also be appreciative that other ways have touched your brothers and sisters. Does that make them wrong or right? Who knows? We'll have to figure it out when we start our journey to that other place. I thank you, brother Scott. You made my day. I have to go now. Busy. I wish you could stay longer. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry, Evan Black. You made my day today. I almost didn't stop in for this first round. I almost didn't start the second round, but we pushed forward together, and I appreciate the love and respect that you brought in through your honest communication. Know your role. Misled Utopia shared. Face wall. Make it face wall. Thank you. So we got a share from Misled Utopia. Absolutely amazing. Double sixes. We're putting into the Book of Champions all of our books. Misled Utopia. And, despite him being such an amazing human being, a guiding, a brother, an inspiration for me to learn and grow on a daily basis, Misled Utopia brings the most amazing musical medicine into this world that I am beyond appreciative for. My pillars of musical medicine: Misled Utopia, Nako Bear, and Sublime. So feel free to check their channel out. Rose liked. Awesome, Rose. We're going to get the dice rolling today. There's a 11, and then there's a 9er, and then there is a 8. So the dice are frozen today, and some days they are. We got to take that chance and roll the dice, though, don't we? It's auto spell. Suck, type, like, and chat. Thank you. Tanky, eggs and bakey. One of the video has 20 views. Awesome. What do you mean by God of your own understanding? Benjamin Rains. I mean, whatever way that God or Creator has touched your life, whatever way that this world has inspired you to spread love and hope, I believe is Creator. And I don't get wrapped up in whatever words my brothers and sisters put on it. That's what I mean. Let's get wrapped up in their intentions and their love, and let's talk about what brings us together. That's what I mean by all that. I called Frosty. Dan said the black cat. I think something like other channels. Wait, what? We'll have to check out your channel there, brother, and see what's going on there, James. Good morning, Scott. We appreciate you stopping in today, playa. There's all different benefits, beliefs in the world. There is. You look like Alexander Valkani. Okay, sweet. I'll take it. The sound is horrible, but it's funny. James, share the link. I'll go there. Share the link to the Discord. Is that what we're talking about? Today's topic, this moment's topic is to be yourself. This morning we were talking about how it's going to be okay. We're going to be ourselves today. I know that isn't something that's who I am in any given moment isn't as appealing as other moments, and that's okay. I enjoy these smaller meetings when I am feeling somber because we're still touching lives. What? Not at all. I would never claim to be anybody but myself. I'm claiming that with love and compassion in our heart, we should emulate this great man that you speak of by having compassion in our heart and knowing that we can spread love and change lives by dropping pebbles of appreciation into the pond of life. That's what JC did, right? He took in the broken, the weak, and the downtrodden, and gave them a sense of vigor and love. And I'm just trying to emulate that great man to the best of my ability, despite the fact that I claim no organized religion, just like that great man. Inspire. Hey, Inspire. Yes, I'd love to do some dancing. So one of these days, we're going to get with James. We're going to dance the night away. He's been doing boxing lives. Yeah, some funny boxing lives. Okay, just checking. Yeah, TV, we appreciate you, my friend. And I'm not trying to emulate anybody. That's the whole thing. Be yourself. Be you in a true, compassionate way. And understand that today, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, you may not be what you were yesterday. And that's okay. You're exactly what you need to be in this moment. And for our buddy Evan Brown coming in today, made this all worth it. You all coming in today, it makes it worth it. Spreading love and appreciation and hope, despite how we might feel downtrodden and broken. That feeling allows us to connect and understand our brothers in a beautiful way. Grew up in the 1950s in North Korea, he says. Well, it sounds like a hard knock life, my friend. Another channel, the same name, he says. So you don't believe in any religion? I believe in all religions. I believe that all of these religions are connected in a way of truth, love, and understanding. I believe that our job here is to discuss what brings us together and to find a sense of peace and love through whatever connection works for you, and to not have judgment for our brothers and sisters and their connection, to not force feed our brothers and sisters what we know to be true, because let's look at it in the form of emotional medicine. If Klonopins work for you, that's great. If not, Neurontin, gabapentin, this endless barrage of things that might work for you in your emotional well-being, you could give them to another human being and it could destroy them completely. So we can't be so adamant about what works for us is going to work for others. It's kind of where I'm at. I think my French bulldog is religious animal. Okay. Inspire the know how to get down. We should party. I replace all religion and I like relationships with God. Yes. I respect all religions. We appreciate you, Inspire. We're in this together. And it means a lot to me to experience your channel of open-hearted love and appreciation, despite what our connection is, despite what our brothers and sisters' connection may be, and to spread love and hope and appreciation through the small actions of compassion and true expression. Defining a game together we can play to enhance the ripples of love that get dropped into this ocean. That's the thing. We don't know what our negative energy or positive energy is going to put out there into the universe. Do your best, brother. I'm not telling you that it's going to get any better, but we take one small step You got this, Scott W. Exactly. Make it a great day. And that's what we're doing here, despite the expectations of the day and what we thought they should be, despite where we thought we should be going and what we might have had if we could have done. Despite that the camper car isn't loaded up with a mattress and we're on we're not on this epic adventure of, finding new things and experiencing new avenues. We're exactly where we need to be this morning, and that's a beautiful thing. I speak no other languages. I studied quantum mechanics when I'm not doing anything. That's absolutely awesome. That's yeah, I like I like Wu Wei to flow with the universe naturally. Totem. I am respect to all religions, and I have Jesus and Angel tattoo. That's awesome. They inspire. You're amazing. When you touch hearts and they touch hearts and they touch hearts, we create a never-ending wave. We could never imagine how far it goes. That's been part of the topic lately there, Misled Utopia. Our brother Rob has been, well, whatever we're feeling, whatever we're doing, we're dropping pebbles into this pond of life. And those ripples go on way farther than we could ever fathom, and they affect the flow of life in ways that we could never imagine. Good, bad, or indifferent. And what energy do you want to put out there? What do you want to be responsible for? Because you are responsible for you and your actions. When you look at when I was homeless, says R, I believe, just a little black sign. I was so thirsty that I drank water from the rice field at times. There was nothing to eat, so I could not eat deers. Worst part of it was I ate earthworms. Well, we it sucks that you've gone through that struggle, man, but really think about how much stronger you are and how much you enjoy a burger now because you've had those earthworms. That's the actual true gift of struggle and pain, is how valuable the beauty feels, how valuable that cheeseburger is now, or whatever your favorite food may be. You speak 4 languages, Rose. That's absolutely amazing. My mind has a hard enough time digesting English, I suppose, and that's the honest truth. I think that I've developed this ability to communicate because I haven't been heard in the past, and it was part of my natural gift to have the gift to gab. Oh, wow, we're still going down here. Rose, that is awesome. I thought we were at the bottom. I was waiting for the inspire. Benjamin Reigns, how can one claim to respect Jesus but not take his words seriously? I take his actions seriously, my friend. Let's look back at who he was. And I'm not condemning anybody, but he claimed no religion. So I'm just going to put that out there because of the fallacy of man. So I claim no religion because of the fallacy of man, but I embody the beauty and respect that brings us together in all religions. That's how I respect JC without following this thing you tell me I have to, with condemning me if I do not. My son-in-law is also I don't know what we're talking to. Rose, I have French high school and learned Cherokee and learning Thai now. That's absolutely amazing. I know a little bit of Onondaga, just the tiniest bit. Not enough to have a conversation, but enough to say a few things. That's about all I know outside of English. Rose, I have French high school to let it do. Do you think Jesus is real? What do you mean by real, my friend? Historical figure? Possibly. Yes, he's written about in a lot of books. His actions in this world rippling through. Yes, I believe that a lot of people have a connection in ways I don't understand, and I don't judge that connection. I appreciate them for who they are, and I try to emulate this great man and other great men that came before him and after him. It was a tree. It was a snake. Yeah, exactly. What is this? We're all just blind men here. We're all blind human beings trying to, different cuts of cloth, trying to understand the one running in the loom. And because of our shape, color, and texture, we've decided that we know uh, specifically who's running the loom. And to me, I try to stay open-minded. I saw your cup. This one right here, it's a good one. It's a gift. Good morning, bud. Good morning, Mitchell. We appreciate you stopping in today. It has been a beautiful day despite the struggles, trials, and tribulations of this morning. And we're giving thanks in a slow and steady way, being appreciative for this moment, who we are, and how we've brought us here. Yes, it's a Native American cup, the medicine wheel, signifying the circle of life. It was my father's cup. One of the few things that I cherish in this world. One of the few physical things. And one day that cup will break, and I'll move forward. And I'll accept it for what it is. But in this moment, I appreciate the connection and reminder of how Anase and his beautiful words, this man that brought me here and gave me love, respect, and hope, that we can put down our differences and discuss the things that bring us together, my friends. Let's discuss love. Let's discuss hope. Let's discuss these things that reflect in every religion and every point of view. Let's discuss, who you are and who you wish to be in any given moment, and how you can change that in any given moment. If you don't have respect in your heart for who you were yesterday, figure out why. Why were you spreading anger? Why were you spreading pain? And be honest with yourself. That can be a hard thing to do, to be open and honest and loving. Reflect inwardly, and and give that to another human being if you have the strength. That's our way out. That's our way to serenity, peace, and love. Appreciation. That's my way. And then who am I to say that my way is the way, right? It comes back to this thing. I'm so certain because of what worked for me, huh? I'm not certain at all. In my old age here, I've realized that the more I'm certain about something, the more that I'm shown that I'm not right. And that's okay. I don't need to be right anymore. I don't need to be. You may be right. But I know that in this moment, it feels right to spread love, hope, and compassion. In the moment, it felt right to rip out the back seats there and put a foam mattress in and travel across the country doing the next right thing. Gotten a gym membership and a couple apps to make some cash, and meeting this amazing human being, Sally, who I've been able to help out through the things I've done. And I look forward to moving forward and continuing this dream, this thing I live on a daily basis. And I appreciate the reminder here this morning, because it was a struggle today, and it's still a struggle. I'm not this human being that I would idealistically like to be. I wish I could be that every single day, and we could come in giant groups and make a huge wave and throw a giant boulder into the lake of life and make a ripple that is this huge thing. But that's not what's necessary. What's necessary for us to grow and heal is to find acceptance for who we are in this moment, and know that if you woke up perfect today, there'd be no point in going on. If you did wake up perfect today, I commend you, but I highly doubt it. There is no perfection in this world. Well, if someone says something and so that I know that a chat didn't freeze, that'd be awesome. With love, hope, and appreciation in my heart, I'm with you, brothers, sisters. Just know that, on those rough days, we push through and we keep doing the best we can to do the best we can, and that's all that matters. I don't understand what's going on here. Can I do that? I don't know. I'm not sure there. Crank, can you message to see if our messages have frozen so we can continue our conversation? If not, will you text me and let me know we're frozen? Just so I know. I'm not sure what I could do about that, but It might be absolutely nothing, my friends. We might be able to do absolutely nothing about it, and that's okay. I don't know what's going on with me in here. I think I'm... Anyway, love, appreciation, and hope, despite our physical being. Yeah. Well, with that being said, I think that's about what I have in me today, and that's all right. Got a whole lot more to do. Maybe if I go out of this and come back in, maybe that'll do it. Bear with me for a second. Let's see if this works. No, we don't want to cancel that. Let's do this. What does that do? Start poll, huh? All right, awesome. Well, the chat's moving on his side, so it looks like we froze up here for some reason. I don't understand that. Maybe the heat of this thing sitting in the sun, maybe that's part of it. I'm not sure how to move forward to hear what everybody's got going on there. Turn the AC on, cool the phone down. Maybe that's our problem. I surely do appreciate everybody stopping in today. Appreciate you spreading love and hope, and I hope that you guys are communicating freely in the comments, defining who you are at any given moment. It's a beautiful thing. With that being said, I'm going to wrap her up here again today for the second time. Go find myself some appreciation and acceptance for who I am in any given moment. I implore you to do the same. You might not be at an energy level that is inspiring to most, but whatever you do, you're making an impact in this world, good, bad, or indifferent. What impact do you want to make, my friends? Who do you want to be in this world? Let's see if we can't, just give me 1 second. Let's see if we can't, get out of here. And, well, there we go. Now we're live again, it says. And now I can't see anybody's comments. Wow, that's a rough one. Got the AC going. Something's going on. If you're out there in YouTube land, just know that I can't see the comments for some reason. We appreciate, love, and respect everybody out there and your point of view. Be you today. Be you in the best compassionate, loving way. And if your you is spreading hatred, anger, and fear, know that there's some kind of pain that's causing us to do this. We're taught to hand the boulder around. That's what I was shown as a child. You take the boulder and you hand it to somebody else, and you hand it to somebody else, and we all become so burdened with this pain that it consumes us. It doesn't need to be that way, my friends. You don't need to be in so much pain that you hand that pain out. Now I don't see any comments at all. This is really crazy. Start a poll. Let's see what happens if we do this. Bazinga, start the poll. Bam. See what that does. Absolutely nothing. At least now we know there's something going on with my phone. And I deeply apologize for the inconvenience, but there's nothing I can do about it. Acceptance, so that inacceptance doesn't breed resentments in our heart. It's time for me to go. Time for me to take care of me today in a humble and soft way. Get this car organized so if the opportunity does come up for us to go do something amazing, we can, despite the fact that it didn't today. I am missed. Let's see this. No, we don't want to do that. Let's try one more time. We're going to go out. Then we're going to come back, and I still see nothing. Absolutely nada. That's a rough one, and I'm not sure why. What's that one do? Retouch. What's that one do? We're just pressing buttons now. Oh, that's a highlight. We don't want to do all that. Anyhow, well, acceptance, right? Let's accept where we are, where we're going, and who we are. Let's find love, compassion, and appreciation for ourselves today, my friends, despite the fact I can't see the comments and I'm not sure what's going on. I have absolutely no comments rolling, which is crazy. I went out and came back in. We tried to load and reload and whatever else. What's this right here do? Filter, top message. All messages. Oh, there we go. I think we're back. All right. Like, question mark. That's the poll, right? Like. That's our first poll, so. There we go. Yes, we're back on the ball, guys. Maybe we'll hang out for just a little bit longer now that we figured out what the problem is. Maybe the phone got too hot. We got to hang in front of the AC. Maybe this, maybe that. There we go. I see you, brother. I see you. We started our first poll as I tried to figure that out, so we learned something. The trial was worth it, right? I'm not sure if that's exactly how that works, but the poll is like 9 votes already, it says. Maybe starting a poll every morning will help us a little bit. Jennifer K., we appreciate you. We won't look, Crank. Don't worry about it. No one wants to see those shenanigans. I'm just messing with you, brother. Just messing with you. Stop standing in the kitchen, James says then. Don't look at me as I dance the jig in front of ye. How dare ye be ye at any given moment, in any given time. You know what? Be you, despite the world. Let's get vigorous about it for a moment. I got a little energy in myself, a little bit of motivation. I really, before we catch off here, I really want you to be you today, despite how it feels, despite whatever mask you wear on a daily basis, because you have to wear it. You know, are you a server? Yeah, that cheesy, smiling server mask we have to wear. Are you a salesman? Of course you have to be something more and put a little energy into it. At certain points. But I implore you to figure out a way to grow and learn and love and like yourself in a way that exceeds your own wildest expectations. Find love and compassion for you and who you are in any given moment. That's where we're at today. Give yourself a second and love and appreciate who you are. And it looks like we've got 10 votes already in our poll that we started. That's pretty awesome. I don't know how we'll check that out. The bunny and the turtles. Yes, we love bunnies, and we are all part of the turtle herd here, my friends. If you want to be a fellow traveler, we would love to have you along for the journey. We found some amazing places so far in our brief little journey over the last couple months. We found love, appreciation, we found fear, we found brokenness, we found the absolute abyss of pain and darkness through our brothers and sisters expressing themselves. We've also found a way out from this by being ourselves and by loving and appreciating and pushing forward, doing the next right thing. And the next right thing in this moment is for me to take care of me and go do me. Don't be scared when the music stops. I have fear in my heart sometimes when the music stops, and it's hard for me to push forward. There's my admission for the day. James liked bunnies and dice. All right, we got you, James. We're going to see if James can't switch it up. And actually, oh, there's a 9er, not a James, and a 3. Looks like your luck is still just as good as always, my friend. You are. Turtle turds, huh? Turtle herd. You're part of the turtle herd, my friend. And you are a gracious appreciation and a shining shimmer of light in this world, whether you choose to accept it or not. And we appreciate that very much. Sally liked. We appreciate you, Sally. We're going to give you this. There's a 9er. And then there's an 8, which is absolutely nothing. Frozen dice, but we're going to accept how they play out. Sally, I appreciate you having you here. I appreciate you being here in the good days, the bad days, and I will continuously express myself despite the knowledge that I could put some kind of mask on and play some kind of game. I'm not going to ever do that. I'll always be me. I will always be striving to be whoever I am in any given moment. And I implore you to do the same. Find the strength inside of yourself to be you despite what society says is normal. Live the life of your dreams. You have to define and that can be hard, and it can be disconcerting. It can be a painful process to break ourselves of what we consider the norm. Good to be here. Uggs. Hi, James. Good to be here. Good to have you as well with us today as we spread love and hope and appreciation. As I strive to be the man I can be proud of when I lay on my deathbed, because we're all headed to the same place. We're all going to be sitting in that same place, looking back. And for me, I want to look back and know that I did my best to spread compassion, love, appreciation, and hope. And I really hope that you find it inside yourself to want to do that as well. But I can't want anything for anybody. Sometimes I can't want anything for myself, and that's a hard thing to digest. But I implore you is the word of the day. Do your best to find compassion, love, hope, and appreciation, and know that if you're in a dark place, to hydrate, to wash yourself, to eat something, anything, to confide in a friend, despite the fact that you might feel like that would add weight to your friend's shoulders and you don't want to burden them. Well, I'll tell you one thing that I've learned for certain in this world is that when we lean on our friends, it allows them to lean back, and their idea of being a burden drifts away from us opening up and understanding that we're not a burden. Awesome. Well, my brothers wait there too, James, with your friend and your brother in that great hall underneath a shady tree, sipping on some mead or whatever, and we appreciate James's point of view, man. It's not the typical point of view, but I take being a warrior in the garden very seriously, and I appreciate you, brother. Crank, so bye Miss America. Pi dove my Galaxy Avenger to the levee, but the levee was dry, and then a good old boy, we're drinking whiskey and rye, singing "This'll Be the Day That I Die." Yes, and the Galactic Avenger, you have a serious gift to be able to your thoughts as well. Thank you. And on other days, more so than this moment, my friend. Check out the other lives when I am this human being that draws people in, and and I'm not going to hold it against myself, because today I'm not that human being, and I'm not going to put that mask on and be something I'm not, because what I am right now is exactly what I need to be, so that we can touch the lives that we need to touch, so that we can help our brothers and sisters become something more. And I appreciate you acknowledging that gift. I appreciate you helping me to find a way to appreciate that gift and understand that life is a beautiful thing despite our struggle, despite our expectations. Expectations breed resentment, especially when they're for ourselves. And I want no one to hold resentments against themselves in this moment or the next. There's our AC. You are all slaves. Wait. Why'd we delete that? Let's be real. I think we're getting a little delete happy. We appreciate your point of view, brother. And I'm sorry that you think that we're all slaves. And that's what we're trying to break ourselves of. We're trying to break ourselves of this servitude to this thing that we were told we wanted, and to become something more. And it sounds like there was some aggression in your heart. Do you feel like a slave? Do you feel bound by this world to do things that you don't want to do? Most of the time when we point the finger, it's because we feel a certain way. I've been called a loser on here. I've been called a bum, and I've been called everything else that you could imagine in the book. And I don't let it get to me, because those people that are saying those things are in immense amount of pain. And, I don't want to block all these people out. We want to hear them, as long as they're not spamming us. Let's keep that in mind. And I appreciate you being there for us, Crank. I appreciate you shielding us from the negativity, but that's not always what's necessary. It's not always what's necessary. We have concern for this place. We have concern for our brothers and sisters, love and compassion and hope that we can move forward and become something more. Crank's not in trouble. He's doing exactly what he should be doing, and I'm just trying to figure out a balance here. That's why I'd really like me, Crank, James, and MD to to have a little session together where we can communicate clearly, because you're a big part of this, a big part of us moving forward and spreading love and hope and compassion, through our actions. And we need to communicate on a level too. I know you guys are trying to protect me. I know you guys are trying to keep me safe and keep me from that negative avenue. But if we don't respect these things, if we don't respect the fear and the pain, if we don't respect this, everybody's understanding of what's going on, this man thinks we're slaves. I'd like to understand why he thinks we're slaves. What are we doing here? Oh, that's the controlling women guy? All right, then. Yeah. Maybe give him a try the next time. But yeah, we don't like that guy. You come in here and demand he's definitely in pain, demanding dominion over anyone. And that's a huge thing, Sally. Yes, we get a lot of that in here, especially from this particular gentleman that crank. Now I see why he blocked him right away. Normally that comment wouldn't get you blocked, but this man comes in here and he demands dominion over women whenever he can, and because somebody in his life is making him feel demeaned. Yes, without a doubt, there's a human being in his life that's making him feel worthless and broken, so he has to come in here and demand dominion. I believe almost all of the time when someone tries to hand you a boulder of pain, it's because someone's handing them a boulder of pain. And we've all been taught that that's how we handle the boulder. We pass it around. We don't need to do that anymore. I don't need to do that anymore. And I want to help my brothers and sisters in pain to set down that pain. But I understand why Crank isn't handling any sideways comments from someone who comes in here and speaks the way this gentleman speaks. But we also want to acknowledge that these people that do come in here like that, they need some kind of reflection. They need to be heard, and they're just the child throwing a fit, because that's what gets them the attention, because they can't get praised no matter how good they do, but they can get scolded if they're bad. They can get scolded if they're negative, and there's attention in that too, right? 22 votes on the like. Wow, that's awesome. You guys are doing amazing out there. Despite my energy level today and my serious threats about moving forward and doing something with myself, we're continuing a conversation of hope, love, and appreciation. Sally, you're an absolute amazing human being for helping us out today. Let's see if comment filter, top comments. Let's go back and do comment filter again, all comments. And welcome in. Welcome to the shit show that is my life, the Galactic Avenger. If you're saying no for whatever reason in your life, know that you have to evaluate what you need to be comfortable and start saying yes towards that. Now, saying yes doesn't mean you have to jump out and just do whatever right now, but it's just like anything else. You get used to saying no. We get used to saying no all the time, right? And then we say no to everything because it's so far off, it's so broken. Play with yes every once in a while. Play with the idea. It doesn't mean you have to go and do the thing. I think that our comments might have got locked up again or something. I'm not sure. But, slow and steady today. Slow and steady. Acknowledge who you are. Acknowledge who you want to be, and acknowledge that this moment will help define whoever you want to be, despite where you came from. Strive to become something more. Strive to love and appreciate. I'm telling you, it's such a more fulfilling and long-lasting feeling than handing the boulder of pain around to your brothers and sisters. I promise you that once you start to say yes to love and to life and to what you truly want to be, it'll get easier and easier. It's a hard thing to say yes. Cheers. It's 10:04. Cheers. Oh, Ruth, there we go. Our comments started again. Ruth Thompson, hope your day is good. My pain levels are off the charts today. Ruth, we're praying for you, Ruth Thompson, and your pain levels. Physical, emotional, or spiritual. Hydrate. Get some food. I'm not sure exactly what you're feeling pain because of, or what kind of pain you're feeling, but we have empathy for that. I don't need to protect you. It's for the I know you don't need to protect me, brother. It's for the followers. I want 10,000. Well, here's the thing. When we started this thing, I had no expectations. And over the last month, growing 1,300 subscribers and the comments growing in the short list that don't go towards my watch hours, but I still am striving to drop a couple of those every once in a while. But it might make more sense to grow there and to get to that 3,000 first, or 4,000 actually. We could start getting some revenue on the shorts. Maybe I could feel a little bit more ambitious. Maybe it's just been a lot for a long time. Maybe it's just been a whole lot for a very long time for everybody. Feel better, Ruth. Feel better. We're here with you, Ruth. Not that we feel your pain, but we understand pain. Whatever that pain is, we appreciate you expressing it in an open way. That means a lot to us here, because that's what we do. We come in and we open ourselves up to the possibilities of hope through our pain, through our physical agony, through our emotional distress. We find a way to heal and grow in a way that isn't possible without true acknowledgement of the pain that we're in. Understand that you can never value a cheeseburger if you've never been hungry, or you can't value it in a way that a man or a woman who's been hungry can value that cheeseburger. And I feel like that echoes through pain. Whatever pain you're going through now, physically or emotionally, can make us appreciate the days that aren't so painful. The rain might be consuming and gray and dark and wet and not where we want to be. But it defines the sunny days. If every day was sunny and perfect and a nice breeze, it wouldn't mean anything after a while. I'm almost sure of it. Start jamming out to get your numbers up. Here's the thing. I'm not worried about the numbers, my friend. That's not why I started this. That's, and then some days we're going to have these days and other days we're not. This day is meant to be what it is. The numbers are meant to be what they are. And if our brother Brown there, or Black, Evan Black, is the one person that appreciates this conversation, that's all that matters. But I know that we all, as the turtle herd, appreciate it, and we're growing slow and steady. Thank you, Bobby. We appreciate you chiming in, Bobby Johnson. Please become part of the turtle herd. Hit that little red button up there and join our discussion of love, appreciation, and hope. We appreciate you being here today. We appreciate the ability for you to communicate in a clear manner, defining who you are in any given moment. We appreciate the love, the advice, and the connection and camaraderie that comes along with an open heart. Despite the pain we might be in, that you do not deserve. Van Halen, not Van Helger. I don't know who Van Helger is, but yeah, Van Halen, sure. Oh, hell, Van Halen, he says. Well, all my hats off to you. Let's all hail Misled Utopia and their musical medicine. If you don't know who Nako Bear is, I highly suggest you look up Medicine for the People on YouTube, and you'll find a connection with Creator that'll help you define your journey. I guarantee you that, my friends. I guarantee you that. I appreciate you, Bobby, and that's what it's all about right there. $30 an hour, F12B1L. That's amazing. I hope you get the job, man. There's the hope. You go in there and you be you and express the confidence in the understanding that you're good enough, brother. And if they don't hire you, that's their problem, right? No expectations, no regrets, my friends. Sit next to me like an old Johnny Carson episode. Oh God, back in the day. Good luck, feels. Good luck, man. Good luck. Good luck to you today. Good luck to all of our brothers and sisters out there striving to understand who they are, striving to be something more through the struggle and the pain that we all feel. And I know that can be something hard to digest. My pain is so immense that it's mine, and that the world doesn't understand it. But once we allow ourselves to open up and know that our brothers and sisters have the capacity to feel that pain, whatever's happening to you in this moment has happened time and time again, and it will continuously happen. Hello there, Pete. We appreciate you. We are all good enough. Yes, you are, F12B. I'll move. Where are you moving to, brother? James, don't you dare move. You be you at any given moment. Just like Crank and his shenanigans add a dynamic to this channel that's absolutely amazing and beautiful. I have found that putting on the sounds of nature that makes me feel the vibe of nature helps my pain. It's a beautiful way to alleviate pain. Ruth, do you know who Nako Bear is? Medicine for the People. Do you know who Sublime is? And Misled Utopia. Those are my three go-tos when it comes to music, and I suggest you check them out. Each one of them in their own way has helped me to alleviate pain in my life through their understanding of pain and their compassion for growth and appreciation and love. Misled Utopia just recently came into my life in the grand scheme of things, but has become this pillar of light and love and appreciation, not only through the outside looking in, this perfection of his musical prowess and this understanding of his intelligence and grace. If you take a look at Coffee Talk on my long forms, you'll be able to have a conversation with me in Misled Utopia, and you'll see how amazing he is. This man even struggles with his self-worth, as we all do, despite from the outside looking in how amazing it all is. We all struggle with this, and that's what we're here for. It's amazing music, isn't it, Sally? Blown away beyond my wildest expectations that I've found this music, this musical medicine that has helped me to grow and to learn and to become something more in a beautiful way. And we all struggle with our value from the inside. That's the point. It's not giving into that struggle. It's being it's persevering through the struggle and listening to your brothers and sisters and truly doing your best to hear them despite where you think you should be. Because we all need to hear that. We all need to hear that. Nice. If anyone can, today is going to be a special live today, MMA, but we have to twice join after 1 p.m. Crank's got some fun stuff going on in his lives, and you should go check out Crank. He's doing his best in his own jackassery way to spread love and appreciation, and he's been here from the beginning, just like James and MD has come in and done amazing things. Take care of yourself, even if you're not sure. I'll be open and honest with you. I've been trying to figure out a better way to take care of myself physically, so I went to the home goods store where they have discount like vitamins and stuff, and I picked up some of this organic Mulcha Super Mix. I'm going to start taking that. I also picked up this mushroom complex. I took a couple of those this morning, trying to get some vitamins and nutrients in my body. Something that I say all these amazing things, and then I get so revved up being the car, the dog chasing the car, that I don't do. And despite what I thought today should be, I think that's the premise, is to take care of ourselves, to find ourselves. I need to go home and get that house clean for that chunky little bunny, and get my projector screen set up, and get the bed so I can have my adjustable base, and clean it up, and take time for me. I'm focusing on what I'm able to do for the world and how I need all this right now. It's going to come in its own time. I have faith in that in this moment with my brothers and sisters backing me up. Rebellicon? I've never heard of Rebellicon. They're 360. Do me a favor, will you comment on one of my things reminding me to check them out? I'll check them out. Help me, Ruth. What's going on, Ruth? I know you're in pain. Have you tried CBD? Do you have medication that you should be taking or could get a hold of? What's hurting, Ruth? We want to help you out in whatever way we can. Lodo. I don't know what Lodo is. Is that music? Movie night live? That sounds amazing. Ruth, you okay? Ruth, we're concerned about you, Ruth. We want to know what's going on and how can we help. If there's any way that we can help, please let us know. Maybe taking a nice bath with some Epsom salts if you have the ability. Maybe just relaxing and packing in ice whatever's in pain. If this is a spiritual pain, please express yourself. What's going on with you emotionally? We're not going to leave you here, Ruth. We won't leave you hanging. I'm concerned. Uh, we have to push through it, and that's what we're going to back you up. That's the best we can do to help. That's what we're going to do. We're not going to leave you hanging, Ruth. We're going to do a movie night tonight, I guess, on Discord. If you want to join us and express yourself, that would be absolutely amazing. If you need somewhere to be, and I don't know what that means. I'm doing my best here, Ruth. I really do want to help you out. Is that the pain we're going through, Ruth? Your son? Well, know that I have love and compassion in my heart for you and what you're going through, and know that I've buried a lot of ones I've loved as well, and there's no getting over it completely. For me, I've found strength in honoring the ones I love by being the best possible human being I can be. Despite my jumbling over words this morning and my lack of enthusiasm and energy to push forward and be the jester that so many people like, there's pain there. I miss my brothers, my father, my mother. I miss these people. I'm sure you miss your son. I couldn't imagine losing a child, Ruth, and you have back pain. Well, stay off it for a while and understand whatever you're doing, just do your best. I don't know how else we can help. Why can't I see the outgoing text? I'm not sure. There is a little thing down here in the bottom of my screen I had to click on and click all messages to get it to refresh in the bottom left-hand corner. That could be it, Sally. Well, with love and appreciation in my heart, where I'm here for you. I want you to be you today. Despite the numbers, despite the validation that you might get for being you, despite the fact that people might not recognize the value you bring into the world or in a way that you thought they should recognize your value, be you 100% of the time. That's the best advice I can give. I think someone is wrong with your text. Duncan, over the horizon. Well, 360, get in you what you need to get in you to keep moving forward. If we get one more like on there, I'd feel amazing. Cutting out today with 40 likes. How great would that be? I push, help me on the phone. We're pushing together with you, Ruth. We're sending love and appreciation. I think that's about all we can do. I'm glad to hear that you're medicated. You might need another doctor's appointment. I'm not sure. We have very limited information on what's going on with you, Ruth. And it texts it to you. I'm not understanding what we're talking about, Ruth. You can get a hold of us on Discord, and we can speak personally there. If you'd like, you can check me out on Facebook, Scott Jackson Syracuse Red Canoe, and you can hit me up there if there's something that you're trying to say that I'm not. Yoga is a beautiful thing. Perhaps that'll help. But just remember, yoga is just like working out. You slow and steady, nice and easy. And talk to your doctor first, Ruth. If you're having back pain, then, that might not be the avenue. Oh, over Tim Hortons? I mean, here's the thing. I guess for you and what your medicine is, but I appreciate all medicines. So at Timmy's, I get the triple, and at Dunkin', I get the oat milk caramel swirl. I don't need help. Oh, okay. No, it's all right, Sally. Or Ruth, I mean. Whatever you need. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate you expressing yourself. Oh, helping you. Okay. My misunderstanding. Full-time car life. Not at this moment. I do have a home that I can't broadcast from because I have horrible signal. But I like spending time in the camper car. I feel comfortable and safe, and this feels like a home to me beyond what this big place feels like, because I'm searching for a home. I'm searching to define what it means to me to be at home. And, at Sally's house and at some other friends as I travel, I've found home, this sense of home, that I prayed for after I lost my brothers and father. I just want to go home. I want to go home, and I don't know what that means. But I found that sense of home with Sally is why I'm so adamant, and I know that sense of home will continuously grow as I continuously do the next right thing to the best of my ability. Full-time myself, Jackson. Well, we're glad to have you here today. And for the last couple months, we spent full-time, despite a couple times we spent at friends, in this small little car. And we strive through to understand that we at least have this vehicle, right? Okay. Okay, Ruth. We're with you, and we appreciate that. I do talk to text a lot, quite a bit too, because of my dyslexia and how it's easier to communicate in that way for me. And your home, Sally, will always be home for me. Yes, very much so. And this place that I've grown and I've developed and I've put so much work into, I got to figure out a way to step off from there. I'm still struggling with the hole in my roof and the tree that fell on it and what I should do about that. I've kind of just put that aside. It's hard to know what to do, right? This world where if you don't have a lawyer to fight against this big entity, they straight tell you you're, no matter the fact that their liability, and I'm still weaning through that. I'm still weaning through some other things, but we slow and steady, nice and easy. We're gonna figure it out, and I do appreciate that very much. I appreciate the open door. And, figure out what home is, figure out who you are, despite what the world tells you should be, so you can find that sense of home, love, and compassion in your life. You can find that sense of well-being. Here comes the rain, but thank God we're close, right? We got one windshield wiper. We got one windshield wiper here. I did switch. I stopped cob jobbing that one windshield wiper and switched it to the driver's side. And then we do have one headlight out in the old Galactic Avenger. We're not going to hold anything against you there, Ruth, if anything comes in that you didn't mean. Mitchell says, hello, maybe the message is appreciate the good things. We have a place to stay rather than being full-time car lives. Yes, Mitchell. And if you are full-time car life, you have a car. You're not living under a bridge. That there's people in here that have come in that live under a bridge, and we appreciate them giving us the understanding of what we have. Sorry about that, but I love being in my car. Felt so free. Yeah, me too, Jackson. There's this feeling that comes from being back to this place that feels like it smothers me. Because I've realized that I am a wandering spirit, that I should have been a cowboy, right? I should have been wrangling cattle across the country, right? And I realize I shouldn't have been anything. I'm exactly what I need to be, but it's still a struggle, right? I need to find my way and what works for me, like I implore you to find a way that works for you. And I love my car. That's awesome, Ruth. I hope you have an awesome car. I hope it can accommodate you in whatever you want. Tristan Williams. Tristan, it's good to see you, Tristan. Welcome back. We're just kind of relaxing, taking some time, taking it slow and steady, nice and easy. Despite our expectations, it's going to be exactly what it needs to be today. And, we're going to let it roll. We're going to let it roll for a little while. Keep making serious threats. Love to be a nomadic person. Well, the first thing you got to define for yourself, Ruth, is how you're going to do that comfortably, right? I really do like the idea of having a home base, and I'm hoping that once I step away from this place, I can find a chunk of property and we can do the next right thing and live this simple lifestyle, but also be able to travel. The first step is going to be to raise the money to get a school bus so we can take Bun Bun with you. Who are you? Who am I? That's a hell of a question, my friend. That's a hell of my question. A hell of a question. Today, I'm a different man than yesterday, and tomorrow I hope to learn and grow to become something more. I strive to spread love and compassion in this world through open communication. Through the struggle that we all go through, I strive. Sally is a mother figure. She's an amazing human being who took me in and gave me love because she knows that I have compassion for people in need, and she's in need, and the world chews us up and spits us out, but then Creator brings something to the table that makes that thing so much more valuable. And I know that because of Sally's circumstances, we were able to bond very quickly. I was brought to her home to help her out. Let's pause there for a second. Oop, we're gonna go back. We're gonna take a look at what you got to say, 360. Just give me a second. In Kentucky Hills, Kentucky's a beautiful place. We appreciate you coming in today. We appreciate you guys liking, sharing, subscribing. The small little things that we do to spread love and compassion in this world that go well beyond our expectations. You know, I'm learning not to push so hard. Just to be me in any given moment's enough. Who I am right now is enough. It's 360 says, a homeless man under a bridge was looking at a guy waiting at a bus stop saying, I wish I had the bus pass. The guy on the bus pass was wishing the man driving, or was watching a man driving on a bike and said, I wish I had a bike. The man on the bike was looking at the guy driving past and said, I wish I had a car. The man in the car was looking at the sports car next to him saying, I wish I had a sports car. And then the man in the sports car was looking at the man on the bus stop and said, that guy looks free. I bet you he's not burdened by this $100,000 payments and all this house and all this stuff. I wish I could just let it all go and be as free as that guy on the bus stop. So yes, we all need to figure out a way for ourselves to live and grow. Moral of the story is appreciate what you have. Very much so, 360, and I'm glad I could throw that last little bit in there. Thank you for the hearts. That means absolutely, that's a lot to me. We don't get many of those around here. I'm homeless by choice. Rent is so high. I live comfortably. Awesome, Jackson. And you know, I live comfortably in this little Dodge Avenger. I live free and appreciative. We got to see the Parthenon in Nashville, Tennessee. Awesome little short in my shorts. We got to experience a free arcade in Georgia. We got to experience waterfalls and small personal lagoons that we got to spend time in. All these things that, because I reached out and did something different. Tom, hey, we're doing pretty good here today, brother. We're pushing through, having a sense of belonging and what keep me here. Thank you, Ruth. You do belong here, and we love and appreciate you deeply. You know, we have compassion for the pain you're going through. And Tommy, we appreciate you coming back, my friend. It's a somber day today. You know, we had these expectations of what we thought it could be, and it didn't end up being that. You know, and those have to, you know, so our car is loaded with, you know, all kinds of stuff that our buddy loaded up with just in case the opportunity comes in when he's out of town. You know, but if it's not going to be that, it's going to be fine. I'm going to keep grinding to the best of my ability to get onto the road and get back to Sally's, and then move forward from there with kindness and compassion in my heart to right the wrongs in the world to the best of my ability. You know, this thing that happened to Sally was traumatic. And I don't mean to put Sally on the out there like I do, but she's been a testimony for strength and love and appreciation, knowing that whatever you go through, you know, if you accept it and move forward, something positive will happen. And I just so happen to be that positive thing, which gives a lot of light to my life. You know, Sally was taken advantage of by multiple human beings that destroyed her home. And the fact that I have been put through all this, and I've come to a place where I just want to do the next right thing, allowed me to be into Sally's life and to help her have a home worth living in. Now, we still got a bunch of stuff to accomplish there at Sally's, and we look to get back as soon as possible, but we have to accept what moment that we're in. Have a look at it. Yeah, let's take a look at the car. The outside, let's take a look. You guys will love it. First of all, we'll take a look at the window that wouldn't go up and how I had to gut it completely. It's not as simple as just opening it up. There were so many layers there. I got a little frustrated, but this is how we open the door. There's and it stays up with those two little guys right there. But yeah, let's take a look at the outside first, the inspirational beauty of it. A little bit of my artwork. Some of our winners here from the Wall of Champions who take a chance and roll the dice. A little bit more artwork here on the back. And our cob job back window that holds out the rain. I backed up into a semi-truck trailer and smashed out my own back window. If you're interested in seeing how I fixed it for $65, it's lasted over 2 months now. Maybe about a month and a half, but it's lasted. And there we are. And there's the first bit of art that we did on the car. And this is the Galactic Avenger. This is my home on the road, my home away from home for the moment. She's on her last legs. That light is messed up. And I destroyed it. If you look in my shorts, I tried to cob job. A lot of the cob jobs I do work well. That one didn't go so well. Yeah, this leaking power steering fluid and whatever else inside the back of the car right now. There's usually a mattress that goes into the trunk there. And I've got this bench instead of a passenger seat so I can cook and do my thing. Today, the Galactic Avenger isn't necessarily a camper car, but a construction vehicle, I suppose. I appreciate you being interested. If you take a look at my car, the Galactic Avenger, you can see how I organized it as a travel vehicle that was comfortable for me to travel across the country and do the next right thing. It allowed me to, without expectations, to find Sally and to help her. And I'm going to keep pushing forward doing the next right thing. And I love that you're a part of it. I love that everybody's so open and honest. It's a very interesting car for sure. Take one day at a time, brother. Damn straight, Tommy. We appreciate you. Sorry, Mitchell. Sorry, I just happened to come through your channel and I've been listening to you, and all I've heard is nothing but beautiful words. Percy Jackson and I strive not to become homeless. Rent is crazy high now. Well, we appreciate you. That's the thing. We here as a community are doing our best to strive to send ripples of love into this world in a positive way. And we appreciate you recognizing that, all of us. Don't forget to take care of yourself, because in the end, it's all we have. Very much so. Take care of ourselves, and then our family, then our community. With love, respect, and appreciation. Love it. We love you too, Ruth. And we've hit pay dirt there. The car, that car, your home. Well, it all depends on what your definition of home is there, Jillian. I do have a trailer that I had an addition built onto it, that I built another bathroom addition when I was building this thing. Like, they will build it and you will build it and they will come, right? You know, this family and this white picket fence and all these giant rooms, tongue and groove pine and 10 by 16 bathroom. And I was doing it all for somebody else. I was doing it all for a mentor who I love deeply. Because that's what she wanted from my life. And I realized that I might be weird. I might be not typical human being, Jane Doe. But I really want to strive to figure out what I want, figure out what you want, figure out who you are, despite what the world tells you should have. And that's what I'm working on right now. I feel more at home in my car a lot of times than I do at this home, right? Jane Doe, we appreciate that. You are blessed. You're blessed for being here, and you're blessed for giving us the perspective that, I do have not only one home that's like what everybody says a home should be. I do have this secondary home here, this camper car that at the moment is a construction vehicle. It can be what I need it to be. I am lucky to have my home in Pittsburgh with two amazing women that love me deeply, and to have a home at Sally's is absolutely an amazing thing. And Jane Doe, thank you for expressing yourself. Spread the love. Yes. We appreciate you, Janelle. Yes, that's what we're doing. And today might be a slower day, and it's going to be whatever it's going to be. Tomorrow might be that 25,000 views and 150 people in here. Let's not focus on what the burrito of yesterday was. Let's focus on today's burrito and act like it's the first one we've ever had, and how much I appreciate when I first did this to have 10 people viewing me. And that's where I'm at. It is what you make it. You got the right attitude to excel. Thank you very much, Janelle. Love from Scotland. Very much love back at you there, Mrs. Ruth. I have a great day. I'm going to get outside for a while, take up some sun. Yes, there you go, Ruth. Push through that pain and know your limits, but push those limits just a little bit. Being comfortable all the time gets us nowhere. Being comfortable all the time, was there fear in my heart this morning that it might work out and it might not? Yeah, both ways. Is there fear in my heart at some point because I'm striving to live a lifestyle that's different than most? Yes. But I appreciate your motivation for me to move forward and be me. Two women. Damn, Scott. Yeah, two of them. They're absolutely amazing. Eleanor and Sonia. Eleanor was a amazing friend of mine in high school, and she's been family, and her wife Sonia has become family as well. And I am blessed to have them both in my life. Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's an amazing city. The architecture there. We did a little tour there with Sonia. There's a Mr. Rogers memorial there in Pittsburgh that's beautiful. And we did some hiking around there. They had Burgatory was a video I did in my shorts. You guys would absolutely love. Yeah, Pittsburgh is an amazingly beautiful city. Syracuse kind of small in comparison. Everybody's like, you're from New York, big city boy. What are you talking about? Syracuse, New York. Syracuse is like the smallest city on the planet, it feels like, as you travel across the country. But be you today, right? That's what we're chatting about. That's what we're doing. We're being us in a slow and somber way. And East Chattanooga, Tennessee, is busy right now, according to DoorDash. They keep sending me these things. I haven't been in there since then. Safe for vacations. I would believe so. Pittsburgh seems like an amazing place. Clean, beautiful. The hills are amazing. There's an historical. One of my first lives was walking through the historical district there, checking out all the old houses. Life is what happens when you're planning it. Yes, it's not about the destination. It's about the journey there. And then, for all our plans and all our expectations, I might hit the road tomorrow in this, you know what I'm saying? I might ride it till the wheels fall off. If that's what comes down to it for me to be personally sound. You're an artist. Thank you. I appreciate that. If you want to really truly see some of my art, the Discord that Crank set up for us has an art segment. We'd love for you to share your art. You can see our faces, Crank's and his wife's and Scott W. and me showing our faces there, so we can be a little bit more connected. If you want to share a selfie, there's a selfie spot there too where we can show our faces. I believe we're all artists in our own way. I believe that for me, it took me many years to not listen to that overwhelming whisper that told me that my art wasn't good enough. It took a long time, and now that I'm putting it out there and it's being enjoyed, I know that it's okay for me to express myself. Yeah, in many cities, there are areas to stay away from, 360 says. I'm in Buffalo, a couple hours away. It's good to know, brother. I head to Buffalo every once in a while, doing what I do. Art and jewelry making, Jillian says. Everyone needs to let their creativity out. Yeah, and we need to let go of whatever pain is causing us not to be creative. There's this, the 4 agreements, and the first one's be impeccable with your words. And it hit home for me because I spent my entire life not being the artist I should have been, because when I was younger, it wasn't appreciated the way that, and it was kind of looked down on, and I was laughed at by people that, should have been caring for me. But those were their insecurities, not my own. And I spent many years not being that artist. That's why I implore you to reach in deep and find what works for you and do it. I think what you are doing is very beloved. You are inspiring. I am proud of you. Thank you so much, Jane Doe. And you expressing yourself is an amazing thing. And that's all I need here. This is what matters, right? Those judging today on yesterday and the burrito it was, or last week when we had 150 people in at once is not worth the hassle, man. This is perfectly what it needs to be. And I needed to hear that, Jane Doe. Thank you. I said I took some of your advice, Scott, and this is James. I took some of your advice, Scott, and now I have more girlfriends than I know what to do with. My wife isn't none too happy either. You took how did my advice cause you to have an overwhelming landslide of girlfriends? I don't know if I ever told. What did I tell you that caused that, James? Please help me out. I do Uber Eats, and I am in Australia and it's slow as hell. So that was the problem too. The reason we're back in New York is because door dashing and spark driving just kind of flatlined, and I wasn't making anything. And I know that I could come back and make some cash, and we could develop this together so that hopefully I can do the next right thing continuously. I'm going to do the next right thing continuous. I hang out with people as a prank kid. It was great in the 70s. What's PGH? Edwards, Edwin, Trout, Edwin, Jillian. Yes, it does. And now that I express myself in a true and fluent way, on the outside of my car, in the know your role game that we play here together, that we've developed as a team, I feel free in a way that that small broken child wasn't free. Atlanta, not Australia. Oh, I misread my dyslexia kicking in. I appreciate you. Pittsburgh. Okay, Edwin, we appreciate that. Let me see what we did. I already forgot what you said there, but I asked. Oh, what a day! What a day! I appreciate you guys appreciating me for who I am, despite the fact that I'm not gonna be anything outside of that. You can stop in another day. You'll see the shit show, the energy level and the excitement and this thing. But we can't be that every day. I refuse to be anything but what I am right now, and I implore you to do the same. We don't draw the lines. So cool. So color outside of them. Very much so. Paint the world with the beauty and love that you've been given in this world through the struggle and the pain. Paint the world with acceptance and appreciation in your heart. Do the next right thing for yourself. Stick some Velcro to your window so that you don't have to continuously black tape it to the window like I was doing for so long. Do you in the best, most positive way you can. Color outside of the lines if that's what feels so amazing. Why is the duck purple, he says. I just wanted to see a purple duck. That's amazing. Color that purple duck. You deserve to have that purple duck in your life. You deserve to spread hope, love, and appreciation in a positive way. Today we're making positive steps forward. The goal is to hit 3,000 watch hours. What's the goal after that? I don't know. We hit those 3,000 watch hours. That'll just be a little bit more towards the next right thing. For doing these lives, this has generated a community beyond my wildest dreams, and I'm going to accept what it is in any given moment with appreciation and love in my heart. And try to allow whatever today is to define me. I needed this reflection of truth and understanding. I needed to come in today and hear this from all of you so I could value what I bring to the table. We need that reminder as human beings, and we need to accept that reminder. My brother Rob, sees this amazing human being. My brothers Rob and Steve, who's gone on their journey, never understood why I couldn't see myself the way they saw me. It's because I was conditioned to believe that I was a piece of shit and I didn't matter. The only thing that mattered was taking care of these people around me. And they didn't do this out of some malicious intent. They did it because that was the only tool they were given. And it's a sad thing. I hope you guys find a way to color outside the lines, to draw that purple duck, and to be an inspiring, loving human being in this world to the best of your ability, my friends. Roll the dice today. You don't need to know your role, but it'd be nice if you could have an idea of what that is and take a chance, inspire yourself. Give us a quote. He's going to receive a crank in the box. Crank, if you ship yourself to my house, brother, I'll feed you a good meal. Give me the inspiration to feed a brother out there. I love to cook. It's just hard to cook for ourselves sometimes. I grew up, and then for a while after my brothers left this world and my father, it was hard to cook because we used to cook these grand meals together, and I go to make a pot of chili, and instinctively I make the giantest pot in the world, and then there's no one to eat it, and I allowed that pain to stop me from being ambitious to do these things. And I struggle to find the ambition for myself sometimes. But it's an amazing world if we let it, my friends. We just got to slow and steady take care of ourselves and understand that whatever we're doing is a blessed thing. This Lip's car is blue. Scott, help me cheesy my burger. Of course, good sir. You make a pretty decent burger. There, Frankenstein. Let's see if that works. Oh, you mother. Yeah, sometimes. I'm sorry, that was my bad. I don't know how long I'm muted. Yeah, muted fool. There I am, muting myself. Not rich, just very comfortable. Edwin, good for you. Good for you for being comfortable and finding a place. I think rich is an illusion, right? Because no matter how much money you have, there's more to be had, right? And there's a dangerous game when it comes to money. And I'm glad that my father was able to help me identify that so that when I got to the place where I had this money that I thought was never possible, I was able to slow myself down and treat myself, even though I was continuously being pushed to do something more. Uh, the more you have, the more you want. And I went the other way for a while. I wanted absolutely nothing. I wanted to get rid of all these things and all this money and all this stuff, that was emulating this person I wanted to be like. That I realized I don't want to be like. I want to be like my father. He didn't care about money. It didn't matter to him how much money you had or what was going on. What mattered to him was true connection, understanding, and appreciation. There is a ladder in your car. It's called the Flippy McDewerson, and there's about 20 gallons of paint and a whole bunch of other stuff. We're prepared just in case the opportunity hits. No money, but everything money could buy. That's an amazing thing. I have everything money can't buy, and that's appreciation, love, and compassion for ourselves. This amazing human being who I care for deeply still, who I don't communicate with, has all the money in the world, but lacks inner peace and appreciation, and lacks true communication because the people around her are so concerned about her money. And I don't want to live like that. It's a new seat. Yeah, we're going to use the ladder as a new seat. Find a way to love yourself deeply and compassionately and in a way that only you can. Jane Doe, normal and perfect are an illusion when describing people. It's a carrot on a stick. Don't be discouraged, people. You take nothing with you but you, so be worth it. Yes. My father would say what we take with us, the only thing we take with us is the connections we make in this world. Our impact, whether it be negative or positive, is what we carry on to the other side. Now, there's something to this understanding of Anubis weighing your heart to a feather. It made no sense to me when I first heard this thing, and I thought it was kind of gibberish. But the more I go on and realize that boulders of pain and anguish and disrespect weigh us down in a way that makes that transition to the fertile hunting grounds hard to make. So focus on having your heart be light as a feather, to push forward with love and compassion in your heart. Most weed growers haven't gone a lot to this, and yet they're always happy. What is for the? Yeah, there you go. I don't think that having everything in the world, it's this illusion, right? It's the same illusion of handing the paint around. that gives us validation. Money and these things, they validate us. I've loved people deeply that don't understand why they feel so satisfied when they buy the new thing, and then they feel so hollow the next day no matter what that thing was. Yeah, because you can't find validation in things. It needs to be in who you are. We appreciate you, House. Everything I say is as real as I can be, my friend. And I appreciate and love you deeply. And that's the realest thing I could say. Jane Doe says, and remember, every time you point the finger at someone, you have four pointing back at you. Very much so. And maybe it's not even a human being that's pointing the finger. Maybe we should acknowledge that when we're pointing this finger of pain and anguish, that finger is actually ours, pointing back at ourselves. When I'm being called a loser, or that I'm crazy, or that I'm a weirdo, does it bother me? Do I want to lash back? Yes. Are they right? Yeah, they might be right. If I had money, I'd be eccentric. So maybe I am crazy. Maybe I'm a weirdo, for wanting something different than everybody else wants. But that's me, and I'm going to embrace that, and I implore you to do the same. And yes, the world too will point those fingers back at you, Jane. We are a triangle: spirit, mind, and body. The three things need tendering regularly for balance in our lives. Thank you, Sally. Very much so. I am a psychopath. Chambers, I don't think you've been around OC. Enough to really evaluate that. I have love, compassion, and appreciation in my heart, and I don't think that's what psychopaths feel. I wish to spread no more harm into this world. I wish to spread love and appreciation. And whoever called you a psychopath, you're not, brother. You're okay. You're exactly who you need to be. And try to hand that boulder out. We're not going to take it here. We're not going to take that boulder of pain that you've been handed and continuously handed out, my friend. We're going to try to figure out a way out of that for yourself, for you, man. You got to do that. I can't do anything for you. Our consensus is always with us. How much weight can you carry? Says Jillian. I love it when people talk shit about me. It means that I'm running a spot in their head. Well, so here's the thing. I don't want to run a spot in anybody's head. And I really wish we hadn't got rid of that guy's comment. Maybe we should have. Maybe he said something even more ridiculous than me being a psychopath without actually indulging in the conversation here. Thank you very much, Jillian. I appreciate that. Am I outside the realm of normality? Yes. I can understand and admit that. Do I want a white picket fence and a dog and 2.5 kids and $1 million house payment and another $70,000 car payment, and to be crushed by responsibility and to, these people that from the outside look like they have everything that we need are the most miserable people in the world? Is that what he was asking, if I'm on drugs? Wow, I get that whether I'm feeling manic and hyped or whether I'm feeling mellow and relaxed. Are you on drugs, my friend? Ooh, my heaviest deadlift, 415 kilograms. Does that count as carrying? Yes, it does. We're talking about the metaphoric weight that we carry. If you want to figure out how much weight you can carry, that's fine. I've carried a lot in my life, but I'm looking to let down all that. I'm looking to put down the boulders and have my heart be light as a feather through acceptance and compassion for who I am. Jane Doe. Normal isn't real. Who is this real or normal person that we're always speaking of? Yeah, I would like to find or meet this normal or real person. So that goes back to what I was saying there. From the outside looking in, these people that have all these things are in the most pain. They're broken and lost, and they struggle too. And I'm not condemning anybody for any lifestyle they have, but in reality, there's a lot of pain there. There's a lot of anguish. There's a lot of lost. We all have regrets. I don't want to have regrets anymore. I want to spread love and appreciation. And thank you for backing up our friend Jane Doe there, Sally. And I appreciate all of our new members of the Turtle Herd. I appreciate the love and respect in this small little conversation that we're having today. Because that's the way. Some days we leap forward in strides that are just unbelievable. And other days we take one small step, and both those days matter. Today's numbers will add up like all the rest of the numbers that'll add up so that we can continuously do the next right thing. Normal is objective. You seem quite normal to me. I appreciate that, Jillian. You seem like a caring. We want to normalize compassion and understanding and real clear communication is what I want to normalize. I know that it's not normal for a man to understand his feelings and emotions and feel what I feel in any given moment and be okay with expressing that. That's not normal in this world. Especially as men and as women, we're taught that we have to be stoic and strong and take care of it and weather the burden alone. I think the true test here is to understand that we're meant to weather the burden together. I don't know what an open panel is. I'm not sure what that means, my friend. I'm not necessarily a tech guy, but we'd love to figure out what that means, an open panel. Sure, we could have one. Sounds like a good opportunity. Just express to me what it is. Wow, brother. Chambers. Yeah, you're obviously in a lot of pain, brother. Whoever rejected you, or you feel like you have to come in here and make assumptions like that, we apologize for that rejection that you went through. We apologize that you feel like by pointing the finger at us, it could alleviate your pain, but nobody here is going to take your BS and pick up that pain. I know that's frustrating. It must be very angrily. It must cause a lot of anger in your heart to realize that we're acting outside of the norm here, and we're not just going to take your pain, and we're not just going to indulge in your conversations or what you think things are. I think Jane Doe is an amazing human being, and I appreciate her being here. I think that you have the possibility to be an amazing human being. You just got to let go, my friend. Jane Doe sounds boring. Normal sounds boring. I don't feel regret for anything I've done in my life because it's finally at a peace with who I am, and I am sorry for someone who acts I've taken, but not regret. Amazing way to put it there, Jane Doe, and we appreciate who you are and what brought you here to this moment. Like put in ink and people to chat. I would come up sometime for a chat. Like put a link to invite people to a chat. We should. We've got. Is that like with Discord? You know, we have a Discord. I don't know if Crank, can you put the Discord up for our friends here, and maybe we could have a nice open chat. That would be great. Yes, forgiveness, love, empathy, and compassion is everything. To quote the great Monty Python, spread the little happiness as you go by. Jillian, we appreciate you quoting the great Monty Python. If I could speak today, we might be actually, we're doing something here. We're doing something great despite this, somber feeling today, despite this not knowing and this unsurety of the day. We're expressing ourselves in a clear way, and we're growing this turtle herd in a small, compassionate way. Every time someone hits the like button, hits the share button, becomes part of the turtle herd, we're one step closer to truly spreading love and appreciation in this world through our actions. Every time, every comment, and every movement that we make together is a beautiful thing. And we appreciate that. We figured out today how to start a poll. 54 people voted. And I'm not sure how to look at that poll to see what people have said. But, 57% said yes. Okay, that sounds cool. Awesome. 50% of people said yes to the poll. That's absolutely amazing. Maybe we'll do something a little bit more interesting with the poll coming up here soon. I just learned that today because we had a mishap, right? Because it wasn't working. Our comments weren't working. And look how that worked out. It was a little frustrating, but... Yeah, I'm making serious threats about going home and taking care of myself too, haven't I? Suppose it's about that time, James. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of us coming in today, speaking on love and compassion. Tomorrow might be a different day. We might be on our way. We might not be. We might still be. We're always going to come together in the Galactic Avenger here and spread hope, love, and appreciation. Sally, thinking about the tree on the house. Winter's coming, and there are people who will take the tree for wood or heat. So here's the thing. They negate responsibility, but they came, took the tree off my house, come cleared it out of my yard. They know they're responsible. I've got proof of that. And there's a bunch of other rotten trees around there. They're putting people in danger, and that's negligence. And I'm not sure, I don't know if I have the strength to push forward or do I care enough. I'm not sure what to do about that. Edwin, I was very bad to people much of my life, including my ex-wife. I have a great dad, though. I'm guilty, and I am not believing in my own forgiveness. Forgiveness found through Mother Egg. I'm not sure what that last word, but yeah, very much so. Find forgiveness in yourself, my brother. Edwin, whoever you were yesterday does not have to be the defining factor of who you want to be today. If you want to grow and become something more, I cannot text and drive. So everyone have a nice day. You too, James. We want you to be safe. Respect, house. Respect right back to you. Show that respect by joining the turtle herd, my friends. Becoming a fellow traveler. And know that today is a partial representation of what we do here. But most days we have more ambition and vigor wrapped up in what we do. Bye, James. See you later, Sally says. James, I hope you're having a great day, brother. Wherever you're headed, bring positivity and love and appreciation with you. You deserve it, my friend. Maybe the goal could be 5 more likes before we take off. Is that possible? Enough people out there that want to spread positivity and hope and love into this world through their actions would be absolutely appreciated. I got to get home and take care of me the best of my ability. But 5 more sounds pretty good. Today was an amazing day, despite how we feel, brother. And we're going to push through because it's going to define tomorrow in an epic way. Mother, good for you, Edwin. Whatever feels right, brothers. Keep an open mind, though, my friend. Very much so, Jane Doe. Today was a struggle. Doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad day. It means it was a perfect day. Exactly what it needed to be for us to gather hope, strength, and appreciation for tomorrow and the sun that will shine then. And with that being said, every morning between 7:30 and 8:30 at some point, sometimes a little earlier. Today was earlier and then later because of how the day played out. I'm adamant about staying consistent with this despite how the day rolls out, knowing that we touched some lives today has really helped me to move forward and be adamant about taking care of myself and to continuously do this despite, the reflection in the numbers, right? It makes no difference. Jane, thank you for the comment, and the hearts going up there on the side always make me feel inspired. Yes, very much so. Days can't be good or bad. I appreciate that reminder. Today was a struggle. Was that bad? And absolutely not, because it's going to add value to the days that aren't a struggle, and it's going to make me stronger for going through that struggle. Things in this world tend to roll in a circle, right? We work out and it hurts, and we become stronger. We pray for strength, and an obstacle's put in our way, and we become stronger. We as long as we don't indulge in the pain of the moment, we become stronger. And sometimes when we do, we must indulge in that pain so that we can acknowledge it completely. Good days. Thank you, Jillian. We appreciate you. I appreciate your vote of confidence today and understanding that our brothers and sisters are doing what they feel is right, and I appreciate that. With that being said, it's time for me to humbly move forward with the day. But just remember, we do this every single day, and we'd love to have you come in. Edwin's off to chase Indian girls, he says. Good for you, Edwin. I'm sure they appreciate the chase. If I hope you enjoy it, and have a blessed day. I'm off to go take care of myself in a somber, loving way. Go love up my bun. Check him out in my playlist. Check out the old Galactic Avenger, and you'll see how I accommodate myself living minimally as I travel across the country. And I'm going to keep growing and learning, doing my best to do better every single day. I've been playing with the idea of expressing myself in shorts, in my shorts, more than just showing the adventure. There are some realistic stuff in there. If you dig down deep enough, you can see me push through that and find a way out. And I hope that helps you to find a way out of your pain, despite how necessary it is. I don't want you to live there forever. Have the day you deserve, Jane Doe says. Today is exactly the day I deserve. Slow and steady, somber and appreciative, so that tomorrow can come and it can be exactly what it needs to be. So with that, I'm off like a herd of turtles, my friends, with all love and appreciation. Hope you find your way today. Appreciate who you are, and meet us again tomorrow morning for a nice talk over a good cup of coffee here in what used to be the camper car, and at the moment is the construction car, the old Dodge Avenger. Much love, peace to you, take care, and have a great day. I'm off to check out your channel. Thanks for brightening up my day. Jillian, I appreciate that very much. You made today an amazing thing, and a few other of our fellow travelers who decided to become part of the Turtle Herd. 45 likes is absolutely mind-blowing and amazing, as long as we don't compare it to what yesterday was, right? Let today's burrito be today's burrito, and eat today's burrito like you've never had a burrito before, and you'll appreciate that burrito in a beautiful and compassionate way. With that, I am off like a herd of turtles. Love you guys.